Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's I, the Reluctant Gringo, back again with another video. Just a quick reaction to some of the things we saw last night during the Super Bowl. First of all, I hope you enjoyed the Super Bowl if that's your thing, if you like football. If you don't like football, hey, I get that. It's not for everybody. But if it was one of your teams in there, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, congratulations. I know how it feels. I'm a New England Patriots fan, been so for about 40 years, so I've seen the ups and downs of dynasties and things like that. So, yeah, people are going to hate you. Get used to it. It's the price of being a fan of a winning team. Anyways, with that, the big reveal, I think probably the biggest news to come out of any of the commercials last night was, of course, Deadpool and Wolverine in the trailer. At least the teaser trailer during the Super Bowl, and everybody flocked to the internet. I mean, it's got tens of millions of views, depending on what channel you go to. Ryan Reynolds' channel, Marvel's channel. Extremely well received. I loved it. I thought it was great because, well, look, there's a ton of channels out there right now. You can go on the internet and you can go on YouTube and see, okay, everybody's breaking it down frame by frame and looking for this Easter egg and looking for that Easter egg. And for some reason, trying to piece together a plot, which, is entertaining, but, 80% of the time people are wrong. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, it's still entertaining. But I'm not here to break down any Easter eggs or point anything out. I mean, maybe a couple, I dig the whole Secret Wars comic book lying in the snow there, or the sand there, the white sand with Wolverine hovering over Deadpool at the end of the trailer. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see Doctor Doom at some point in time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I think the reason why this trailer was so well received and people are so excited now, that's what a trailer is supposed to do, get you excited for the product. I mean, we look at the Madam Web trailer, it didn't do that, right? Or at least it didn't do it to the extent in which it needs to do that to make that movie profitable, which, by the way, yes, I will be seeing that movie in the next couple of days when it releases. I'll get the first showing I can get here in where I am, and I will be doing a review of that the minute I can. Hopefully my wife doesn't leave me after making her go see that movie. Anyways, but Deadpool and Wolverine, this teaser trailer really got people excited. And let's face it, let's be realistic. People, well, it's this and it's that. And look, people love the character Deadpool and people love the character Wolverine. First things first, you have characters, you have personas that people love, that people are invested in, that people want to see on the big screen. So that's a box you got to check right there for a successful movie. Second off, now this might be a little controversial, but you let me know. People like Ryan Reynolds. He's a likable guy. Have you ever seen him interact with fans? Have you ever seen him interact with people on the internet when he does, jumps into a Zoom? He's funny. He's self-deprecating. He doesn't take himself too seriously. He understands that fans want certain things, and he understands when he does things that really just kind of upset the fans and go, okay, that didn't work. Case in point, Green Lantern. He understands, wow, that was a pile of dog shit. And he understands how disappointing that was to Green Lantern fans. And he takes that to heart. He really appreciates that. Ryan Reynolds is a likable person. Unfortunately, Brie Larson, now, I don't know Brie Larson. I never met Brie Larson in the war, but she appears to not be a likable person. So are people going to want to go see her movie? No. That's partly why the reason the Marvels failed is because she's not likable. You go down the list of really the great famous actors and actresses that are out there. They're likable people like you and I can say, yeah, you know what, I can support him. He's a cool dude, or she's a great gal, or she's, whatever. So check that box as well. So you got characters people are invested in and love to see. You've got actors playing those characters that people want to support and like, and in a sense relate to, and who they feel as fans are trying to reciprocate back to them a level of respect and intelligence and wanting to do the best that they can do with the material. They have a respect for the material. I mean, there's no way you cannot say Ryan Reynolds has a ton of respect for Deadpool, for the source material, for the character. And there's no way he's going to allow Disney or Marvel, especially at this point in time, to do anything to that character to really harm its reputation in a way in which he's really protected it and built it up and nurtured it. There's a level of credibility and trust there as well. And again, Disney, there's no credibility. There's no trust with the fan base. Is Ryan Reynolds going to save the Marvel Universe? Is he Marvel Jesus? Which I friggin' laughed my ass off at that line. And I laughed my ass off at a few lines because he knows, even in the movie, it's absolutely ripping on the failures or on the doldrums of the Marvel Cinematic Universe at this point in time. And Ryan Reynolds is just going full bore with it. And so I think it's hilarious. But with that said, I'm excited to see the movie. Do I think it's going to save the Marvel Universe? No. Do I wish the TVA wasn't in there? I mean, they were an okay thing. I mean, if you saw the Loki series, series 1 and 2, you kind of understand the TVA. If you didn't see Loki series 1 and 2, you might not know who the hell the TVA is. And, maybe you feel like you're being forced to go watch that series. Don't worry. The rest of us on YouTube, we'll fill you in on the TVA as we get closer to the film, so you don't have to do that. But I'm excited to see the film. I'm excited to see a few of the films that got trailers last night. I love animation. I love the Minions. So Despicable Me 4, it's always good for a laugh. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, or whatever they're calling it, the Rise of the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I'll probably give it a view. I'm not a big Planet of the Apes guy. I'm not into that lore. It's not an IP that ever really kind of attached itself to me. But again, I'll give it a look. Monkey Man. Again, it looked like when I saw the trailer for Monkey Man, I mean, I thought myself, John Wick, are you here? So give it some time and maybe get some more information on that movie. See if I want to see that. The one that really took me out of left field was Wicked. I haven't read the book Wicked. I haven't seen the musical Wicked or the play Wicked. I grew up on The Wizard of Oz. I mean, it was a yearly thing. I mean, it was a yearly event. When you were my age and DVDs and VHS didn't exist and all you had was television, you finally got basic cable. Seeing The Wizard of Oz every year was sort of like an event as kids. You're like, oh, The Wizard of Oz. And you would watch it around Thanksgiving time or Christmas time or whatever time it came on in your region. And that was it. That was your one shot. You really, and it had the commercials. You had to deal with the commercials. It was never uncut. But you got to watch The Wizard of Oz. And that was the way it is. Now it's like you can go buy the DVD and who gives a shit, right? Whenever it's on television or whenever it's on basic cable or TNT or TBS or whoever owns the rights to it now. The production value looked good. And the trailer, I thought, was like, okay, I guess it's the story of the Wicked Witch, whatever her name is, and Glinda, the Good Witch. I guess it's the pre-story or the prequel. I mean, I saw Dorothy and Toto and the Scarecrow and the Cowardly Lion and Tin. I thought we saw a shot of that, but I guess it's like how the Wicked Witch became wicked. Okay, I didn't know that was a story that people wanted. I know the book was popular when it came out. I know the musicals made some money, but okay, we're gonna get that on the big screen, and hopefully it's done well. Again, it's one of those IPs where you have a very small, rabid fan base for it, and hopefully they're happy with the direction that they go with those characters, or they're at least, they have some sense of respect for that source material, because there's a ton of Wizard of Oz. People think, oh, it's just a Wizard of Oz. It's one book. No, there's tons of different books that Frank L. Baum wrote. I mean, just tons and tons and tons. So there's different stories and things like that. And we'll see. But like I said, the big one, Deadpool and Wolverine, looks good. Trust Ryan Reynolds, like Hugh Jackman, like the characters. Yeah, it's probably going to be a one-off. It's not going to save the MCU. It's not going to be, as he put it, Marvel Jesus. I think what you're going to get is a movie that makes probably $1 billion and proves that it's not superhero fatigue. It's poor script writing fatigue. It's poor acting fatigue. It's poor movie making fatigue. And that's the lesson Disney's going to have to learn. Because after Deadpool 3's, or after Deadpool and Wolverine's come and gone, you're going to get the same crap. You're going to get Captain America 4 with no Captain America. You're going to get the Thunderbolts, and who knows what that's going to turn into. There you go. There you have it. So let me know in the comment section below if you are excited for Deadpool and Wolverine, what Easter egg maybe popped out in that trailer that you thought was really cool. And with that, I'm still your reluctant gringo from south of the border. Salud and a huevo.